Over the last few thousand years, we have warped our own history. Our stories of the past have been changed, altered, mistranslated, and completely been misunderstood as we rounded the curve on the precession of the equinox.
Oh my word! What the? I haven't even begun the analysis, and already I have 6 logical fallacies to deal with. Most of them are outright lie. Oh no. Oh no. No, no, no. No! No!
Modern views of our history account for many things, but completely dismiss many very important pieces in the puzzle. For example, the pyramids of Giza. There is no modern theory that accounts for how these could have been made.
Yeah, you're gonna say, hi, how's it going? Hi, how's it going? Yeah, what do you want? I want to do an entire video all myself! No. No, you can't do that. Yes, I want to do the rest of the video! I'm not going to let you ruin my video by doing the entire video. Every now and then you can show up, but you can't do— I'm doing the entire video! No, you're not. Oh, what the bleep? Hi, everybody! Okay, so, billions of fallacies! Yay! This whole video is about me! I'm in this video! This video is all about me! I'm gonna get you! Okay, we're back. Back to the video.
Individually, each block cannot be pulled even with 50 men pulling it, let alone drag it for hundreds of miles and then stack them on top of each other 450 feet in the air.
Okay, so no, this has already been figured out multiple times. People have even built smaller pyramids. It's not difficult. You place them on logs, you roll them around. Okay, 50 people, but yeah, maybe 100 could do it, or 200. It's not really this complicated, and even if we didn't know how it was done, that doesn't mean anything. It's an appeal to ignorance. And since you lied about us knowing how it was done, another outright lie, which you've already committed several times, as the phone calls would attest to. I said phone calls, I should say phone call, because he only called once, but I know that he's going to call again. See? I'm not going to answer it this time, though. I'm going to give you a chance. Let's try again. Reset the logical fallacy counter. This is the only time I will ever do this. You get a fresh start. Go!
In such a precise way that even modern technology can't achieve. Not to mention having it lined up precisely with both Orion's belt, a golden mean, and Fibonacci spiral, and be a primary nodal point of every sacred site on the planet. And that's just one example. Our history is not what we think. Many things that we've been led to believe to be true simply is not.
Oh, great. Now the logical fallacy counter is broken. I guess I have to do this video without it. Alright, the only way to do this is to speed up his video so that I can get through it, and then I'll tell you how many different logical fallacies he's committed. Within the first few moments of the video is the outright lie, and everything that follows that is nothing more than an outright lie, followed by more outright lies, occasionally a half-truth, and a lot of special knowledge and special pleading, appeals to ignorance, appeals to personal incredulity, and a ton of non sequiturs. Everything that you could think of is mentioned. The Bermuda Triangle, Atlantis, aliens, time travel, energy, everything that is nonsensical is mentioned in this video. This is supposed to be the history of the world. I have an idea. Let's use science to find out the history of the world, not nonsense. Everything that's said in this video goes against what science says. Everything. And some of the claims are actually investigatable. He said that under the Sphinx, a mile down, which isn't that far down, mind you, that there's this spaceship. That's actually a testable idea. So, well, how much money does the New Age movement have? I mean, couldn't they just pool their resources and get a dig going in Egypt and dig a mile down and show the world this spaceship and say, see, here you go, here's the evidence that we're right? No, because you won't find it, one. Or they'll say, well, the government will stop us. Of course the government will stop them, right, yeah. And they dig down the mile if they actually did it. They find nothing. You know what they're gonna say. Oh, it's transdimensional. Of course we didn't find it there. It's in a different dimension right now. It can only be found by the chosen one, by the pure one of heart or whatever. It can't be found in this dimension. He talks about just all sorts of things. Planes of existence, different dimensions. The Hebrew people are actually aliens from the future. Oh, of course. Why didn't I see that before? Mars had aliens, and those aliens went back in time and are still among us today. The 13 different families that rule the world using money are actually Martians. Wow. Again, a testable claim. If their DNA was different, we could test that. But because they have so much power, they won't let us test them, right? What are the names of these different 13 families, and how do you know that they control the world? Not mentioned. And wouldn't they, if they really did control the world, shut this video down? Wouldn't this video just not even be on YouTube if this was even remotely true? Because people that have power don't like to be exposed, so they would censor it. But you're not supposed to think deeply about these things. If we're going to have time travel to the past, why not to the future? If you have a spaceship that supposedly some girl already got in this spaceship and repelled the Greys, of course the Grey aliens were mentioned, why didn't she fix everything else? She had this awesome power where she could just think things into existence. The best that she did was make the Greys get sick and go away. Why didn't she fix the rest of the planet? Well, because no real explanation given. The Egyptians used the Ankh to give themselves sort of eternal life by having orgasms. Why not? Sure, because that's a thing now. It's nothing more than pattern seeking and blending together things. It is the very essence of the New Age movement, which relies very heavily on rediscovery of the spiritual truths. We've lost this knowledge in the past. Now we're rediscovering it. So you have all these channelers, and basically anyone that wants to make a bull can make a bull and get really big in the group. That's all it is people just making up stuff, writing books, and people believing that those books are true. I'm skeptical about a lot of things. I'm skeptical when something has no empirical evidence, no repeatable tests, no logically coherent argument. This thing fails on every single account. And any time that something was mentioned that we could test, if we did test it, the goalpost would always be moved. We know that it would be moved. He says claim after claim after claim, many of which could be tested and verified, but of course aren't. Because if we tested it, we would find out that it's not true, and then he would just move the goalpost further back and say, well, you couldn't find it out because of whatever, fill in the blank. We supposedly have this macabre, whatever the bleep, inside of us that we can activate, and then once you do activate it, you can do all sorts of different crazy things. Well, again, if that was true, wouldn't we have somebody by now that was able to do these things? No, because we haven't evolved to the next phase. But don't worry, we're going to get there really, really soon. Just keep thinking hard enough, and we'll get there. There's nothing to analyze for real in this video, because it's outright lie, outright lie, outright lie, and more outright lies. So I can't give a proper analysis of this video. This series, the spiritual science series, has been looked at by other YouTubers. I'll find at least one of them and link you in the description. I apologize. There's nothing I can do here. The logic is absent. We have hit critical mass. Once again, I have to award infinite logical fallacies. You're the second video that's ever gotten that. So, congratulations, I guess. Unless and until we have a logically coherent argument, and I don't think that this guy can ever produce one, because you have to leave logic far, far behind to go into this guy's world. We have to be skeptical of the conclusions.